with that hand.
Welcome back, everyone. We go from one thing to the other here, and that's what I love about the show. It's just a plethora of information. I think I used that word the last time.
Yeah.
I think I did. And we're live on Facebook, so I want to say hi to everybody out there. So like us and follow us. I have with me right now Rosa Long and Cari. Say your last name for me. Skrdla. And they are the owners of Lifeback Investment Club. Welcome back to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourselves and what you do. We have a little bit longer now this time, so we can kind of go into it a little bit about what you do and your book that we're going to do as a giveaway. Go ahead.
Start with you, Rosa.
Okay, so I've always wanted to do real estate investing, but I knew what I didn't know what I didn't know, and so I never got into it. And then I met Cari, and we started this company, and I just found that when you have a community around you, you don't have to do it alone. And we have a community of people who are actually very experienced investors who say the same thing. We're successful out here, but oh my gosh, it's so much easier when you have a group of people.
And so come right up on that,
Sure.
Mike, because I want to have everybody hear you.
Yeah.
So what you said the last time, that you teach people how to get into investing, and that a lot of people don't realize they don't do it because they think it's going to cost too much money, and
Yeah.
they don't realize that they don't have to even have their own money or have a lot of money to do it. Let's talk a bit about that and your book, because we're going to do that as a giveaway. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, for me, I was investing in real estate, Carol, back in 2001. And I thought I knew something. I had purchased a program on VHS, who remembers that, and I thought I was an expert, and I did very well until the crash. And then afterwards, I woke up, 50% of my life savings, like a lot of Americans, was gone, actually 55%. And I had no idea what had happened, first of all. Second of all, how I was going to recover that. I was afraid for a really long time to get involved in real estate investing. And like Rosa said, I realized I lacked the essentials, of what it would take to get back in it. And one of the discoveries that we've made is that you can do real estate deals in any market. You just have to know which ones. And so we teach people how to invest in everything from fix and flip, which most people understand that one, and all the way to tax liens, notes, short-term rentals are so hot right now. And so we go into what opportunity they have in what part of the country, no matter what's happening in the education. And as Rosa pointed out before, the strength, I think, is in the community. We have contractors, we have lenders, people that are like, okay, I don't want to look for deals, but I'll give you the money if you bring me a good one. And so you really can involve yourself in the education and participation in owning, purchasing properties, and using someone else's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I love here, I know that it would be super to have you be talking about this more often, because there are a lot of people out there that are listening. People do things when they're ready, but they are scared, especially right now, with what is going on, and people have lost. But here's the thing, is this is a great time, if not ever, a great time to learn, to start to get in on the education part of it, which is what you are all about. You have classes that you offer. They, let's talk about your classes. They're free classes. They're weekly online classes. Is that how they're done?
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
And so the first of all, the first class is just an overview of our community. You get to meet people and then see how we engage. So every week, Carol, we have multiple masterminds with mastermind leaders that focus on that particular interest that you might have. If it's multi-family, for example, or wholesaling, we have a leader, someone that has proven success, that is instructing that class. But also, that's an opportunity for you to see deals if you want them.
Oh, so in other words, not only do you teach, but you also can entice them into something they might want to get in on.
Exactly, and it's people in the community. It's not just Rosa and myself that find these deals and they bring them. Great example, I know when I first started doing it, a deal that I thought was so amazing, I brought to the community, and I'm like, 10, 15 years ago, I would have did that deal. When they were done, with all of the things that was wrong with that deal, I was so glad that I didn't do it.
So you had other people that were coaching you to understand that
Yes.
maybe wasn't good, maybe there's one that's better or what have
Yes.
you. Now, your book that you're gonna do as a giveaway, the book is called Velocity Banking. Now, why'd you
Yes.
call it that?
Well, because there's a way that you can improve your credit history and all of that, your score, I should say, with velocity. But there's also a way for you to invest in properties, pay off your property, all with velocity. Right?
So it's all about velocity.
It is.
Okay, now, you can check them out on their website. It is lifebackinvestingclub.com. On Facebook, they're Lifeback Investing Club as well, right? Is it the same?
Yes.
Investment Club, that's the difference. So Lifeback Investment Club, and then the website is Lifeback Investing Club. That's the difference there. But here's what they do. They offer free consultations with everyone, and they work nationwide. Their phone number direct, it's 480-754-9809. This book is called Velocity Banking, and we're going to offer it to everyone. Everyone who's calling in, you're going to get this book. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. This is something I think that is important. I know you had mentioned some people call you that are I don't remember what you said before you came on, but that you want more targeted people. But who are you looking for? Tell them out there who you want.
Somebody who's actually wanting to do something. People will sit there and think about it, but if you're ready, and I think a lot of people right now are finding that the same old doesn't work, and that you're vulnerable to the economy changes, the virus changing your life, affecting your life. But with real estate investing, you can have some security, people can retire, and there's so many creative ways to be able to make it your
Stop procrastinating is what we're going to say again. Because let me just say this. There's a lot of people, and I wanted to talk to you about this a little bit before, but I'm just doing this now because, I want them to hear what your voices are. And here's the thing, there might be a different timing right now because, before a week ago it could be that people were still wondering what's going to happen. Don't wait. Don't say what's going to happen. There is no good time but now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to say it that way because it's so very true.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Because I used to be afraid because I thought I needed all this money, but I have this job that's barely supporting my family, and so there's that fear.
What happened to you? I'm going to go off of this completely for a moment, okay? Because this is great, but I want to ask you before we're going to do that at the half. When you got involved, because you're the perfect person, she was already involved, you weren't, you were saying the exact same things that others say to you right now. Once you got involved and you kind of got involved, you went into, what's your story? What happened?
Well, mind you, I had already lost my job the year prior, so I was breaking into being an entrepreneur, not doing much of anything. So not even having a job, so I was in really worse shape than before when I was wanting to do real estate. But jumping into this community, I saw the possibilities that I had support. It's like a safety net. You can
And
jump
did you
off
get
the
into
building.
investing, obviously?
Oh yeah, I did my first
She
deal after a
wasted
couple months.
no time.
See?
Yeah.
So and you got right into it,
Yes.
and how you did that was with it's other people's money.
Yes, and I also partnered up with a couple of other people, so I wasn't doing it by myself.
Right, and this is what you teach. So not only do you teach it, but you walk the talk.
Yeah.
Because you went through it. And also the other thing I want to go through is really the book. With the book, okay, step by step, is it something that you kind of got to read? Is it kind of a guide to go in, or is it someplace to talk about?
Well, yeah, it's a guide. One of the things that Rosa and I wanted to make sure we didn't do is dangle things in front of people. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to give them something that was concrete and absolute, Carol, that they could say, okay, I learned this much, right? And then we have other offerings, but we want people to walk away more knowledgeable than when they came to us.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up the lines, keep them open, so
Sure.
that people can call in and get the book. And when we come back, I want to kind of dive into some of the teaching of it, because, you know, it's interesting as you give the information out there, the tips and things like that. We'll talk about some of these
Yeah.
when we come back. Our lines are open here for you to call in and get entered into when we're giving everyone the book. We just want everybody to have it. And I'm going to say this. I know that right now, but even if it's not right this second, call in and get the book, because investing is the best way to make money. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. So we're going to continue to talk a little bit during the
Yeah.
break.
Yes.
How do you like what you're doing here now?
Well,
A little different?
I do. I like it. This is like way cool.
So it's totally different than the first time,
Yeah.
right? Because you've
Yes.
got this time, but what I did, and I wanted you to talk a little bit about the people out there. We still are live, so we're
Yeah.
gonna be careful of that, but honestly, that's what I also wanna say to you too. Timing is everything, you know, too. And we don't know, and the one thing I do know about people, especially in the business that you're in, whether it is the mortgage side of it, you know, one of my longest running guests actually was 5 years that was
Wow.
in a real estate agency, but he did both real estate and he did real estate, and he was a real estate attorney.
Okay.
And it was all about, should I stay or should I go?
Yeah.
Timing, right? Some people here too right now, not sure, that's why I'm pushing that a little bit for
Yeah.
you. Tell me what you need from me.
Well, I mean, Carol, the thing is, like, I was in education for over 10 years. Academically, I've gone all the way.
Mhm.
You know, I've got 2 advanced degrees, and all they did was accumulate debt. You know, and so I want people to understand that when it comes to education, you want to get the right education. And this is an opportunity for individuals like me who
Almost
like
anybody should get
yeah,
involved because it's
but
passive
you get to
income.
build a legacy for your children.
Let's talk about
and
that. Let's
yeah,
go back, if that's
yeah.
okay. Because of what we're doing and how we're doing it this time, I hope you're okay with that. I will
Oh, yeah,
try and
I
go
feel
more
great.
narrow and deep, but I think for what you're looking for, this might help a little bit. I don't know. No one knows.
I'm fine. You're a great dance partner.
Oh, thank you.
You can lead all day.
Well, that's okay. I just wanna make sure that you're
I
happy.
love
you know.
it. I
It's
am.
important to me.
Yeah.
I just think it's great that we're so opposite, because she did all the schooling. I did vocational training. And
But you
to
were also in
me-
the U.S. Army.
Oh, that too.
Thank you for your service.
Which was training.
Yeah.
Short term, I didn't do the whole traditional
I think
education.
the story is an important story, and that's why I kinda said that. I wish it was more of a story,
Yeah.
which you can sometimes tell, but whatever. But the thing is that a lot of people out there, they are you.
Yeah.
They are the person who thinks about it all the time, says, I should, and then
And they're
they'll turn
afraid.
around and 10 years later, that's why I didn't. And
Right.
another thing that we're gonna talk about, if it's okay with you, is why didn't I do something like this sooner, you know? And I mean, and I
Oh
can
my
tell you when
gosh.
we're off the show, how many times people, and I'll tell you stories over and over and over again. My longest running guest is 10 years, I have one 9 years. We say the same thing every time we come on, I'll talk to you about it. Cause you people out there are procrastinators, and you shouldn't be, because there's certain things that are good that people just don't realize how good they are until they do it. And I mean, I think
And sometimes you have to hear it from the right person.
it's not about the right person as much as it is over and over and over again, because it takes, unfortunately, people 7 years to hear one thing, 7 times to hear one thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is. I don't know why, but that's the way it is.
Mhm.
And then they finally get it. They'll sit down and say, and I'll talk to you about this after show, I'll tell you. But you know, that's not the way it should be. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, but now of all times, in my opinion, is a great time. They're all gonna go back, but a lot of people have lost their jobs. We can talk a little bit about that if you want, that have lost their income.
Mhm.
Yeah, have been financially affected and impacted by this. Yeah.
And look, land is indestructible, right? It's not going anywhere. So when you own properties, that's king.
Here we go. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. My guest just said something that I couldn't believe. I was just writing because it's so true. When you own land, or you said land is king.
It is.
Cash
It's
is king, and it's
indestructible.
just like the same thing.
Yeah, land is indestructible. Most people that go to school, that's one of the first things that they learn, becoming a real estate agent, which I'm not. But I do know, because I own property, that it's indestructible. And when you own it from the ground to infinity. And so, cash is king. I don't think so anymore. I think land is king. I do. And
Okay.
that can equal wealth.
Okay, and I
Yeah.
agree with that 100%. But with your company, it's called Lifeback Investing Club.com.
Yes.
You can go up on their website and check them out there. They do free consultations with everyone. They do free classes. They're doing weekly classes that are free. They're all about getting that information out to you guys out there. Their phone number direct, it's 480-754-9809. And you can also check them out on Facebook, which is Lifeback Investment Club. The book that we're giving away, it's free and everyone's getting it, is Velocity Banking, and it's all about velocity. We've got our lines open here for everyone to call in and get it, and we want everyone to have it. 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. I want to talk to the people out there. We've been talking at the break, and how you, Rosa, were the perfect story of the person out there that was afraid, that said, nah, I should do this, but I can't, I'm not ready. And how many people I know that have come on my show for years, that when they do have people that say, yeah, I'm ready, and they all say the same thing. Why didn't I do this sooner? And this is something that is for every person out there. This is called passive income, right? And you're teaching them the steps. That's what this is all about. You've got the classes that you're offering because of your knowledge, and you bring in the professionals as well that have been in this for a long time.
Exactly.
Okay.
We learn from them because they're 1%ers. And so we have an opportunity to learn what 1%ers know,
Mhm.
right? And I think that's an education that should be taught in our school system. I won't go there. But it's not. And academically, I was sharing with you on the break, I've gone all the way, and it still didn't give me the life that I wanted. And that's what our community is made up of.
It's called, it is passive income, and it's having multiple streams of income, and it could be many different businesses, it could be many different properties that bring you that, and people don't realize that that's how they did it in ancient times. That's how the Romans made more money, and now here we are, how many millions of years later, whatever it is, and here we are sitting here, and guess what? We're doing it wrong. But if you listen to them, you can check them out on the weekly classes. Where do they go? Do they go to is that all done on your
Yes, they can register on our website. If they
Okay.
go there and just put in their name and email address, it will route them over to register, and they can attend a class.
Okay, so the number to call here for the book, and everyone should have it. I don't care who you are, and if it's not you, give it to somebody else, because in my opinion, this is something that everyone should dabble into and find out about it. You're not going to hurt you by trying it out. The number to call here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Okay, no money. Let's talk about how it takes to get into it with no money. Go ahead.
Well, if you can't qualify for a mortgage, which a lot of people can't, they don't have a down payment, there's various other ways you can get money. It's good to have resources to go to get lending. There's hard money lenders that you can get it from. You can, oh my gosh, I'm going blank.
Well,
There's, so many creative things you can do with an IRA. That is gold right there. But that's part of the education program that we provide.
Right.
And then there's, HELOCs.
What else?
all of that is
HELOCs,
in the
like-
book too.
Yeah.
You might want to say something about what a HELOC is.
A home equity line of credit.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's what makes this important for people to understand, that you not only are talking here, then, this is your second time on, but also that you are wanting that, all of that information is in that book, in the classes, that they can get that, and then the book goes along with the classes? Do they have to, you know what I mean? Does it go along with it?
No, that's just a separate offering. There's no upsell to it, the book, and just to give people information we didn't have.
So to get into it, when you first started, what was the first thing you did? I mean, when you called up Rosa, when you called up Cari and you said, okay, I'm ready, and you started taking the classes, and after you got your money, however creatively you did it, what was the next step? What's the next step after you get the money, however you get it?
You mean doing my deal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we got into notes, so that's just one of like 11 so different real estate investment opportunities that you can get into. Once we closed on the deal and it just going to my mastermind, the person in charge of the mastermind would just walk me step by step. Okay, now you need to do this. You need to do this due diligence. You need to do this.
And so they're like your coach in a sense. Is that correct?
Yes,
Go ahead.
Totally. Yeah.
Because they, like she said, they're the 1%ers. They've got so many deals in the back of their pockets that they know.
And these are not only here in Arizona, but out of state as well?
Yes. Matter of fact, most of the properties that Rosa started with, none of them are in Arizona. So we're a nationwide community, and that helps a lot, Carol, because other people are reaching out saying, hey, look what I got in Montana.
You know what, I think it's great because, again, I said to you, there's no better time than today. A lot of people have been going through a very tough time right now, and you're listening to this program, and so many people are so procrastinators. You know, we say that a lot, that we say, oh, I should do, and then you turn around and you say, why didn't I do it? Here's the information. It's all free to you. Basically, it's a free class, it's a free book, and they want to help you get involved with making money. And you can make money on the side. You can already have a business. You can have nothing. You can make this your business. It's just a wonderful thing for people, all people, and it doesn't matter even if you're younger, you know, because the younger you do it, the better, because the more you'll even get,
That's right? Yeah.
And I believe it's important for people to at least go up on the website, call in and get the book. It's a free book that everyone's going to get. You can call here at 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. And the website is lifebackinvestingclub.com. They work nationwide. They do free consultations, and it's all about you guys, for you to learn how to make a little bit of money. I think the people that want to know if I'm getting involved is this: what's my ROI? How long is it going to take? I mean, everybody wants to know that. What's that?
The return on investment. People who are asking that question are usually wanting to get money quickly or get rich quick. But with real estate investing, it takes time. It's not a get rich quick plan. It takes work and patience.
If you don't, you might buy the wrong property.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And it depends on the deals. Some of
Yes.
them turn around faster than others, right?
Now, each you do classes weekly, right? And of those weekly classes, do they start like every week again, so that used to, because you know there's beginners, there's right. How does it work, or is it just
in our
keep
community,
is
it's
it
always
ongoing?
it's always evolving, and that's why we love it so much, because everything is updated for the economy, Carol. It's like, all right, right now, let's not focus on fix and flip, for example. You know, maybe the strategy that's presented at one of the classes is a focus more on short-term rentals or something like that,
Right.
because of the
We didn't
economy.
have a short-term rental mastermind until recently. So.
Yeah.
See, because it's all about what's going on right now and what's
Yes.
good, because the market changes all of the time.
Yes.
So again, we've got our lines open here for everyone to get this book. It's free. The classes are free. You call in here and get it from me. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Quickly, what are your final words to everybody out there?
Hey, don't wait any longer. Get in.
You know, just get in.
Yeah.
Don't wait. And you know what? It's the fear of the unknown. People have this fear of the unknown. This is a free consultation. It's a free class. It's a free book. There's no reason not to.
No risk.
No risk whatsoever. Our number here, 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. Check them out. They do free consultations. These classes are free. You go up on their website. It's lifebackinvestingclub.com. You can also check them out at Lifeback Investment Club on Facebook. I say call in here and get the book. Everyone should have it. It's basically a 101 on the whole thing. 602-277-5369.